Hey there, wanted to talk to you today about how you should scale your Facebook ads campaigns. So I was on the phone with a potential client today, and we were talking about the results that she had gotten from Facebook ads. And she said, well, I was having a lot of success from one ad set. I got like 80 opt-ins and then I had this many sales. And we decided that actually that was pretty good results. So I said, well, when you went to scale, what happened? She said, well, when I went to scale, I didn't get the same results. And I said, well, why? What happened? What'd you try to do? She said, well, I got advice from another Facebook ads person that when you scale, you should scale in another ad set, like another audience. And I had to say, well, I don't know who would give you this advice, but when it comes to a matter of scaling, there's a couple of different factors. What's your budget like? She said, well, it was about $20 a day. So I said, okay. What was the audience size like? She said, well, it was probably easily 1 to 2 million people. Now that's a decent audience size. So when someone would say, you're scaling, so go to a different audience, it kind of defeats the purpose because you're missing out on the good traction that you've already gotten in that audience. So the definition of scaling is essentially increasing your budget. And in an audience of say 1 to 2 million, you could easily scale your budget to more of that. So I educated her on the proper way to scale an audience. So what you typically want to do, the rule of thumb, is that when you're scaling a budget, so say you're running an ad for $20 a day, you're getting opt-ins at say $2.93 per opt-in, and then you're thinking, okay, this is going well. Well, how do you make more people get through your funnel, increase the budget? Simply put, you want to increase it by 20% per day. Okay, some people have little percentages like say 16% or 17%, but the general rule of thumb is that when you're scaling, and you typically want to wait until the learning phase is complete. So when you launch a campaign, you will see on the ad set level it says learning, and typically I don't scale or increase budget in that time frame where it says learning, because Facebook needs to get a certain number of event fires, or the pixel fires, that piece of code on the page, 50 times before they have enough data, and that has to be usually within a 7-day period, so that Facebook can optimize that data. So you kind of want to leave it alone at first, but when you find, okay, hey, my ads are getting good traction, I want to increase the results, you want to scale by 20% each day, and that's what you can usually increase without messing around with the algorithm, because if you make the change too drastic, what it's going to do is throw the ad set back into the learning phase, okay? So that's the general rule of thumb. Now, say you're spending $20 a day and you want to scale quickly to say $60 or $80 or $100 a day. How do you do that? Well, unfortunately, scaling takes a little bit of patience, and definitely the 20% per day is the safest way to do it. Now, that doesn't mean that it can't be done in another way. So say a client comes to me and says, I have this target for a webinar and I want to scale faster. What I'll do is, another trick you can use to scale is, first of all, pause the existing ad set at the ad level, meaning just turn the ad off so it's not going to spend any money, but it's still going to keep it in kind of the on mode. You never want to turn something off in the campaign level. No. So pause the ad set, duplicate it, and then change the targeting just slightly. So just target women in one ad set, and then duplicate the other ad set and just target men. So you can actually duplicate and then control who it goes out to, so you can actually increase the budget faster by using those demographic things. Another thing you could do as opposed to gender is age group. So you could, like I said, pause the existing one that's running, duplicate it, and then just run it from like 20 to 30 or 27 to 34, and then duplicate another one and do 34 to 45. And of course you can double up on the budget that way. So that would be another creative way that you could increase your budget quickly. I hope this video helps. I hope it adds some clarity to what it takes to scale a campaign. Definitely lost patience. Or you can use those tricks too if you're really in a hurry to get things going faster. Ultimately, when it comes to testing out other audiences though, I wouldn't say that's a way to scale a campaign. That's just generally a way that, once we've proven that a certain funnel converts, then of course you want to take it out to some other audiences to see how it performs. Okay, hope it's helpful, guys. Bye.